What is something people describe as healthy, but it's actually unhealthy? Now I won't say it's particularly unhealthy, because they'll hunt me down and kill me, but the pro-weed crowd acts like it is a miracle drug with no downsides. Fact of the matter is, it does cause anxiety and delusional episodes in some people. Edit. To people acting like they agree with me but then saying stuff about the pro-weed crowd like they act like it's better than alcohol, tobacco. I fully do believe it isn't as bad as those substances. Those substances are well and truly dangerous. I'm all for the legalization of weed. I just think we can't ignore the downsides. People should be able to take these things knowing the full extent of the risks and implications. All we have to do is be logical and realistic. We can't get tribal or reactionary, which is something the pro-weed movement has done. Detox, cleanse regimens. What is something you didn't realize was going to consume so much of your time as an adult? Going to work, coming from work. Deciding what to make for dinner. God, it's the absolute worst thing about being an adult. I have to eat again. And go shopping for the ingredients. You're a kid and think it's all nachos and Sour Patch Kids until you realize you have to care about nutrition and meal balance. Recovering from work. Sometimes I need the whole weekend to be barely ready for next Monday. Dealing with office politics, and not just at work. Stupid me actually thought that the schoolyard bullies, mean girls et al. Would grow up and act like, well, adults. Sadly, way too many adults have the manners and morals of entitled toddlers. Cleaning the kitchen. No matter how many times I do it, it still needs to be done. What's your comfort series that you watch over and over again? Not one post about Golden Era The Simpsons. Am I so out of touch? No, it's the Redditors who are wrong. The Redditors used to be with it, but then what it was changed and now what's it seems different and scary to the Redditors. One day it will happen to you. It crowd. Star Trek TNG. Futurama. When I was in grad school it was House, M.D. No matter where I was at. Dorm room, library, Memorial Union. If I was writing I also house up on Netflix. During my year and a half I bet I watched that series 5 or 6 times. Such a great show. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Bob's Burgers. Scrubs. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What's the craziest thing you've overheard on a plane? Not so much what he said, but I sat next to this fully grown man that was playing Plants vs. Zombies the whole 3-hour flight with incredible enthusiasm. Every time a plant got eaten or he killed a difficult zombie he'd jump in his seat, pump his fist and aggressively whisper years, Gert yes. I was sat next to a teenage boy and his dad. The kid was telling his dad how much he loved the song Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. When the kid was finally done talking the dad just looked at him and said you're a virgin. I was flying solo into Orlando. The woman next to me was so excited about her new boyfriend's boat and was going on and fucking on about how excited she was for this trip. I nodded and put my headphones in and about 1 minute later, she grabbed the cord on my headphone and pulled it out of my ear so she could blather on about it. I asked her if she had lost her mother-fucking mind. What is the worst reason to have a baby? Why? My dad had an incredibly fucked up and traumatizing childhood. Instead of dealing with his subsequent mental illnesses, a person at his church told him to have lots of kids, it will heal your trauma. So he had 6 and we ended up homeless at certain points and traumatized ourselves. Idiot. To use it as a content on social media. Your parents wanted grandkids. To save the relationship. It never works, it just drags an innocent baby into a miserable situation. To have an organ donor for later? And #X200B. Edit. Thanks for all the votes, this is my highest voted comment so far. I might be a bad person. XD. To sell them. Daughters are being sold into child marriage and sons are sold for forced child labor in many countries. To compete with someone.